For generations, people who attended or worked at Longview ISD knew her name. Doris McQueen died Sunday at the age of 95. KLTV's Katie Parker talked with East Texans about her decades of service to the community.
There was one word you could use to describe her.
She was remarkable. She was.
95-year-old Doris McQueen passed away on New Year's Day. A lifetime member of Longview's community, working in the school district for 46 years.
When you know people like Doris, who are really the cornerstone, the foundation of today's success of Longview ISD, there's been a lot of success built on the back of Doris McQueen.
Graduating from Longview High School in 1947, McQueen had already been working as a bookkeeper in the district's business office. She retired nearly 5 decades later as Director of Business Services and Financial Consultant to the school boards.
I said, Doris, you really knew more about the school system in Longview than even the superintendents did.
An impact on Longview schools so large. In 1987, the Doris McQueen Primary School was named for her, which she called the honor of my lifetime.
My nieces and my nephews, they went to Doris McQueen and they remember her. Said she was a nice lady. She is. She really is. I mean, I love taking care of her.
And Doris's community involvement spread beyond the Lobos. An active member of Alpine Presbyterian Church, Greater Texas United Way, and the East Texas Credit Union Board of Directors, to name a few. In 1986, the Longview City Council named June 17th Doris McQueen Day.
When she came in here, it was kind of like a celebrity or something coming in.
Hawkins Creek Assisted Living Administrator Chris Hall says Doris was a bright light who was active among her fellow residents.
From the moment you meet her, you respect her. You respect who she is, what she stands for.
In Doris's obituary, it says she declared her priorities as God first, then family, then Longview ISD. Katie Parker, KLTV 7 News.
A memorial for Doris McQueen will be held Saturday at 11 a.m. at Longview Evangelical Presbyterian Church on Judson Road.